So as a cousin artificial eye distributed film, they suited very well to their audiences. And it's no surprise it's only screened in our house cinema. But actually it's quite amusing fact is, as the film functioned as a criticism of the Western bourgeoisies and their social power and individual standings. However, they are actually more or less the target audience of the film. As the film is already made at least by its narrative and also its length and this long take visual style. Nonetheless, the square functions as a satire of contemporary art world and modern society, and the director Östlund did raise some question of awkward position of those civilized people when they face more accurate issues, how powerless they can be, and how art as a tool to solve this dilemma. The awkward tone is built up in the opening scene, when the journalist Anne, played by Elizabeth Moss, interviews art gallery curator Christian, played by Claire Bone, when he tried to make sense of all these potential exhibitions, which also highlights throughout the film. When last year's Planted Door, I was really looking forward to it, and after watching the trailer, my anticipation definitely reached really high. I did really enjoy it. It's really witty, it's funny, and also performance of Terry Notary is outstanding as well. However, for me, the narrative is rather a collection of absurd events, some of which can be quite far-fetched. It makes the film overall a bit chaotic and lack of unity and balance. And the character itself can be quite popularized. It's quite common for the black comedy, but it's indeed a pity for the film like The Square, which is particularly ambitious. I would expect the character will be more rounded, especially Anne. Her narrative story is more or less self-contained and quite disconnected from the main storyline. It seems the film criticizes a group of Christians. However, they can be the living target to cover more objects that deserve much more attention. For example, the unfairness and disability of social mechanism and untrustworthiness among social class and group. They are hiding behind the Christian and invaded the audience gaze from time to time, and eventually faded among the rectitude towards the middle class people. Perhaps that makes film more loved by audiences. But for me, the film did raise a lot of interesting questions and also debate, but it lacks of courage to discuss further.